Jana, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So first off, hi everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yes.
My name is Jana Phipps, Platina Phipps, and I'm called the Trim Queen because I design and I sell trimmings. So I am so excited to be part of Texworld because we are doing a lot of things which we're going to tell you about and show you what we're working on. But I have been designing trimmings and selling for 20 years and mostly to home dec and fashion, and I also do some DIY. In 2013, I started my blog called Trim Queen Chronicles. So you can find Trim Queen all over all social channels and follow me there, and I share daily inspiration, not only about what I do, but what other people are doing with trimmings. So that's a daily thing, and then I post my blog once a month, and there I go more in depth into the history of passementerie, into how things are made, into what people are doing for modern embellishment. So at Trim Queen, our motto is we share embellishment as a creative form of self-expression, and that can express through fashion and can express through decor. And I'm noticing you have some interesting embellishment on your shirt, Veronica.
Yes, I just wore it especially for our interview today. What I love about you and your creations is that you surpass like creativity of like the norm of what trims are known for.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you put on fashion and home and like recreate designs that are very unique. And please, before everyone is going to ask, let's see what's in your studio.
Okay.
And your incredible designs.
Thank you. I'm going to give you a tour. So first off, we are in Peekskill, New York. We are 45 minutes north of Manhattan. And here's my team. I have Frankie, who specializes in fashion.
Hey, Frankie.
Yeah, and we're going to see what she's working on. Sarah is my project manager, my right hand.
Hello,
Good morning,
Sarah.
Hi,
how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yes, and we have another part of our team in the other room, so I'm going to show you, introduce you to them. But I wanted to show you first, when we started working with Texworld, we came up with a concept of doing a fringe wall. So we love this concept, and I started working with Universal Trimmings because they're going to be part of the show. And from there, we chose colors. So I went to their factory, which is in Queens, and we started playing with, all kind of colors. And the inspiration, let me go back a minute, was really this faux couture trend from Mint Moda. So Sharon Grabard is going to give her talk at 10 o'clock on Monday, and her talk is fabulous. So I worked with her on this palette. So from this palette, then I go to my yarn cards, and we chose, we really played, we had a couple different trials of fringes. So I want to show you the fringes that we made. This is a beautiful, you can see there's a little bit of a peacock theme here.
It's so beautiful.
And faux couture is really based on, it's kind of a retro look, very glamorous, kind of tertiary colors, a little muddied, but mixed with some brights. So we made a beautiful combination of different yarns. So it's chainette, and it's we have an iridescent yarn that we worked with. And then I wanted to pull in this kind of lavender story. So Jason at Universal had this a really amazing kind of papery yarn. So we wanted to add some shimmer to that. So these are the 4 fringes that we came up with for the color palette. This originally was very nude, and then what we added was a little gold because I wanted to show, have a gold kind of going throughout. This is my favorite. Look at this. This is like a coral.
I love that.
It's a coral and metallic gold, and this has a different texture. This coral is more of a cotton, and then mixed with the metallic. So I want to show you what we did from there. Let's see. I have some. I'm going to bring you to the. I'm going to bring you to the other part of the team because I'm going to show you the process of what we did. So,
and I have a question. How do you put that trim together? Is there a certain process or?
Well, that goes on a fringing machine. So that goes on a machine, and I think I have some video, further down on my Instagram at Trim Queen. So it goes. Yes, so it's basically like a weaving machine. So it weaves, these are 14 inches because we wanted the wall to be really, you know, full and the fringe to be long. So he wove 14-inch fringe for us, and we worked with the combination of yarns. And it went through a couple of layers of approval. We really wanted to get it right. Mm-hmm. So this is another part of my building. We're at the Flats, it's called, in Peekskill. It's right on Main Street, but we're on the second floor, and it used to be a hotel called the Continental Hotel in the late 1800s. So you can see we have some like really amazing, oh, I'm going to turn it around. We have some architecture, high ceilings, you know. So it is summer break, and Sarah's kids have joined us to help us with this process. So hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the, we have like an assembly line going on here. So do you guys want to say what you're doing here, how much you're cutting?
I'm cutting fringe.
Okay.
I'm cutting fringe.
Yeah, so how long are you cutting the fringe?
24 inches.
24 inches, so they're measuring 24 inches. And then here, Marie, what are you doing there?
That is so pretty.
So she's taking the chain stitch out. So they do all this preparation, and they're going to have some mad money, as I say.
Let me take it over here
And then Marie's telling us you take it to the next line.
for her to glue. Yeah.
So this is Claire, and she's gluing. So she's taking this, and she's putting hot glue all the way on it. And then she takes, Sarah, if you can tell me real quick. So Sarah, the way that we figured this out,
we're cutting up this PVC pipe, and we got this fantastic tool, and you cut these little, you know.
oh, hold on, Claire. I want to show them the end of the roll. Okay.
And how much of your business is with hand, and how much is on
I think that's good, Sarah.
machine?
What's your question, Veronica? How much of my business
Is with creating your trims with machine, and how many is actual handwork?
Wow, that's a good question. I would say it's about 70% by machine. So this is what's really interesting. Can you do another one, Claire? I want to show the roll. What's really interesting is this is kind of a process of, I call it manus machina, if you saw that show with the Met, which is a combination of hand and machine. So
That's great.
so Claire's going to show us real quick. I'm going to put it back. She's doing a peacock one here. So she's gluing it here, and then she's going to roll it onto the pipe. And what we did this for, I mean, this was really trial and error. They've made almost 300 of these. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, guys.
Handwork.
Excellent.
That is
Okay.
awesome. So
So now I
Jana,
want to.
oh, go on.
Oh, I was going to show you I'm going to show you the finished product.
Okay.
Because this is the sneak peek for everybody who's watching. So once we have these, so like I said, we made about 300 of these, and we are building a 10 by 6 foot wall. And you ready for our big reveal?
Wow.
Look at that.
That is incredible. And
So
I love
this-
the color story.
Isn't it? And that's Mint Moda. That's amazing. So then,
And Mint Moda is going to be at Texworld, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, Monday. And then we kind of did a mock-up of what, you know, we're going to have this trim activation area right when you come in. And so you'll have the ability to do this Instagram moment. I wanted to show, we're using this beautiful sofa from Mod Shop, which is a
really
gorgeous
I love
green
that.
velvet. And then on top of that, we are creating the pillows. So you're going to be able to have your favorite pillow and take a picture with it, and then you can win your favorite pillow, which is totally cool.
I love
So this,
that embellishments that you did on that pillow.
yeah, so this is PR and Company. She's a friend of mine, and what we're going to do is further embellish this. So I'm going to show you over here. If I can find it. Yeah. So these are all flowers that I had made out of fabrics, petals at Custom Fabric Flowers. And so for this pillow, I'm going to add on these custom
Wow.
metallic
This is what I'm talking about.
leaves.
Yep.
So we really want to show people at the show the art of customization. You know, that's what we're going to show people. So in addition to that, we're going to have other pillows. We're working on a really amazing hashtag Fringe Friend embroidery. So we don't have that yet for you, but we are going to take these other pillows. So we have our base, which is this beautiful blue. And then we are going to layer. We're going to layer, if you could take that, Sarah.
Sure.
Okay.
For everyone, for people who are just hopping in, we are with Jana, Trim Queen. She is showcasing what she's going to be doing at Texworld USA Summer Edition. Jana, continue your showcase.
Thanks, Veronica. So with these other pillows, we are going to start layering trims and embellishing all these just to give people ideas. I love this. Isn't this amazing? This is some really kind of feathery metallic fringe. So you're going to see those six pillows, and make sure to stop by the Trim Activation because you can win these pillows. So these are all elements that I'm working with. I did want to show you. So this gives you really an idea of what I do. So these are all some of the trimmings that I design, all these beautiful metallics. I'm having trouble hearing you. Let's see.
Oh, can you hear me?
There we go. That's
can you
better.
hear me now?
Yeah.
So is this a part of your design process, and where do you start?
So, usually I do start with a palette. I start with a palette, and then when I'm working in the factory, then I see what the machines are working on, and I have an idea. I do a lot of tapes, and I see what's happening in the marketplace. So tapes are really hot right now. So if you take a look at these are some beautiful tapes that we've worked on, some cording.
Those are really beautiful.
So this is for home deck. But I start with the yarn, and then I figure out what style I want to do. I see what the machines can make. And then from there, I just start trialing. So a lot of times I'll do a hand mock-up of yarns, and then from the hand mock-up, then we'll start the first trial on the machine. And sometimes there are different machines from what's sampled and then what does production. So it's a long process. I'm working with a client, Robert Allen, and sometimes it takes us 6 months because it's so huge, the collection that we're putting out. It's a lot of trialing and approvals. And sometimes we even make the yarn, which is really interesting.
And where do you source materials, Jana?
So materials really come from all over the world. Either they're supplied, I'll have the factories come to me with some new things that they're working on. I'll show you this. But sometimes I'll go to a yarn fair. So this is a beautiful color card for my Italian mill.
Yes.
And we'll be updating this with new colors every season, probably 4 times a year. So sometimes I'll go to Florence, to PT Filati, and I'll find there's a beautiful Japanese yarn that I found. And then sometimes it's from the factory. So whether it's in China or Italy or New York. So if we come back to the Fringe Wall, you can kind of see here, these are all different. These are yarns that Universal Trimming had, and then I used from their yarn bank. But we did create some special colors.
I love the color palette here and how you mix and match such beautiful colors. What are they? Because I'm thinking I'm seeing like different textures, or is that just me?
So absolutely. No, there's an iridescent yarn, there's rayon, there's cotton, there's a kind of Tyvek paper yarn. So it is not only in colors, it's also, textures. So that's what I think.
Very fashion forward.
I think so. I'm really pleased with how it's coming out. I really am. I'm happy about that. So you know what, Veronica, I wanted to show you the presentation that I'm working on.
Yes, please show us.
So
if anyone has questions in the chat that they want to ask Jana, just write in the chat, and then I will definitely, when there's a point in time where she just is in transition, I will answer all your questions, and I will say the questions for her to answer. So that's what I meant.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be presenting this on Tuesday. It's called Translating Fashion to Decor. Let's see, let's get this going here. Hello. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of passementerie. And really, it was started in 16th century France, and they were artisan guilds who really elevated. And then I'm going to show everybody, you know, certain fashion trends. You have to use them a certain way for decor. Otherwise, you know, they look crazy and it's going to be a one-hit wonder. But here, like, for example, these beautiful fringes that are still really hot in fashion. You know, this is a gorgeous chandelier from the Gala Trading, and beautiful ombre fringe. We're talking about sequins and denim. This is my favorite quote from Chanel: "An interior is the natural projection of the soul." And so anyway, this is about 100 slides, and I'm going to really give you all kinds of great eye candy to take away and share this presentation.
Wow, look at that
Hey,
chair. That chair reminds me of the chair you have on your website that I was blown away by, because this is what I'm talking about. Yes, like the very like uniqueness of how you explore trims. Like, I love how you said the art of customization, and how you put a spin to normal, you know, furniture and the normal way of thinking of how a trim should look like.
Well, thank you. I mean, you're more of a fashion expert than I am. So I'm really interpreting, when I work with my fashion clients, what they can show you, because we also, you know, have a little, it's very funny. I don't know if you do this, Veronica, but I kind of bring in my wardrobe when I go to a big show, because I want to, you know, customize things for myself. So I'm going to give you a little example. Sarah, you want to grab that red dress?
I love that. Yeah, I think as like a designer, you know, we kind of like do those things that will inspire us right in the moment. I love those sleeves.
Yeah, so we added, what we do is we try to, I find some really good kind of base pieces, and then we add on trimmings to that. This is a piece that I found recently. You want to grab that? Yeah. This is beautiful. I thought this looked so Chanel, right? You have the trimmings.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
So you'll see me in this, and then I added the flower, because I thought the flower was a really beautiful touch. Yeah. Thanks, Chantal.
So
yeah,
beautiful.
Hopefully this will be good.
I love how you interpret your trims into fashion. Look at that. Oh my God, I love that.
So this is a Versace. I did not add this. This is a Versace, but I wanted to show everyone this. This is a printed fringe, you know, and you don't really see that very rarely. And they printed the fringe on this, and that is just a beautiful piece. I can't wait to wear that. I love it. Yeah, and they do kind of this almost like a window treatment technique, like a valance. See how that is done? So that's just exquisite. I love that piece. This is a piece from, I think it's Nanette Lepore. I wanted to show this. Look at that. You see that?
Gorgeous.
So these are all, you know, here at Trim Queen, we're really about modern embellishment. We don't want to look Victorian. We don't want to look 80s. You know, we really want to show people how to use things that are very modern. We also do some denim DIY. I mean, this is hilarious piece.
This is the Dolly Parton.
Yes, this is our Dolly Parton, ode to Dolly Parton. But I wore this on camera and people flipped out. We did the cuffs with gold, and then we had these really fun. I mean, I get stopped in the street wearing this one. It's a riot. That.
Yeah, I love that. I love that because it's just a different twist on a denim jacket. That is really inspiring. That's cute too.
This we took a needle point and then we cut it out and did a satin stitch, you know, so no one's going to have this jacket. This is just one of a kind, you know. That's beautiful. So we do a lot of vintage hopping. Let's see this other denim jacket.
I have a question, and I'm thinking that other people may have this question too. Can you hear me?
I gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. It just kind of stopped for a second, our connection.
Yeah.
So do clients come to you and say, Jana, I have this inspiration. Can you help me evolve my idea? Or like, do you work with your clients to customize certain designs, or do you provide them a set of designs for them to choose from? Or is it both?
So, no, that's a great question. It's really all of the above. So, for example, with if you look at some of this project that we worked on, let me pull this out again. You know, this could be something that I had in my line, but they wanted to increase the size. They wanted to change the colors. You know, I think, where's this? Oh, this is something that my client, this is Pindler and Stout Brothers. This is all by Classical Elements, but this is something that they came to me with, and we figured out how to embroider it, how to put metallic in it. So it's really both ways. Sometimes they buy it, you know, like this cording. They loved it as it was. They bought it as it was, and then we blew it out in colorways. So it's really both color work and design. And I think like the best collabs, even with Texworld and you and me, it's like when you collab with people, everybody brings a different point of view to the table. And I think that's just amazing. I mean, that's when the best work happens, I think.
That's very true. And I have another question to add on to that. So say a client comes in and they have something they want from scratch. They want you to kind of do exactly what they're envisioning in your mind. Is that more difficult to work overseas to create, or how do you make it happen?
Yeah, I think most everything really starts digitally, and then once we have a good digital interpretation, unless I'm working in the factory and I'm working with all the yarns, so that just is another way to work. But if they're coming to me with something that they really want, and they usually have an idea, and so I'm able to, with my team, have a CAD drawn up, and then it goes to the factory, and then maybe I'll go see, say if it's Anna Sui, for example, I'll go to her and she'll pick out the yarn, she'll pick out the ribbon and the rayon colors, and then we build it. You know, so we really build it. So it's a collab between, I'm like a conduit. I speak like in factory. I really grew up in the garment district factory, working with old Italian artisans. That's what I speak. The designers are coming from, you know, a finished product end. So we kind of meet halfway, and then I'm working with the factory to interpret what the designer wants. So we kind of all work together on that.
That's really interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you something else because this is a good example. So for example, oh my gosh, on our activation area, I don't know if you saw, but we are building a peacock. So this beautiful base.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, you're seeing the before picture, obviously, but we are going to be wrapping this guy. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl yet.
We don't want to show them the final results already, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you, you know, this is some of the inspiration for, you know, I don't want to use any feathers in this design, actually. I want it to be all built out of textiles. So I went to Custom Fabric Flowers on 36th Street, and I worked with their team. I picked blues, I picked some teals, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer. Hard to do. Will you hold that? Thank you. Let me get some scissors. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is I'm going to take these petals. Now, they work with Oscar de la Renta. They work with Marchesa. They work with everybody. They're just fabulous. So we are going to take all these petals and cut one by one each finger, so to speak, of the petal, and we are going to layer onto this piece. You know, the entire piece. We're going to start working on this tonight. I'm working with an artist named Candace Winter. She's a friend of mine, and she did the base, and we're going to make this so fabulous. We're also going to use some trim. If you look over here, we're going to add in fringes. We're going to, I'm going to take this gold soutache, and I'm going to wrap the feet of the penguin. We want peacock.
Wow. I love it. Guys, everyone in the chat, does anyone have any questions for Jana about what we're going to expect at Texworld USA this summer? Comment below. Keep going, Jana.
And I also we have a presentation, right? We have a workshop. Okay, so this is our piece. our fabulous peacock. And we also are going to make a skirt. Look at this. We're going to make its feathers, its long tail, with this mesh wire. And this is all going to be fringes and petals. I think it's just going to be outrageous. So
it's truly the art of customization. It all comes back to that.
I think so. Yeah. So the other thing that we're doing at Texworld is we're doing a workshop. Our workshop is at noon, right? Our workshops.
Cheat sheets
the cheat sheets over there. Okay. Let's see. Frankie, will you look at that and see what time our workshop is? There's a sticky by my computer. Okay, so we are doing a workshop about embellishment. And Sarah, if you want to kind of close up on these, I'm going to teach everyone, and it's first come, first serve. So you got to get there a little early. When's the workshop? Let's see.
Monday, 23rd, 2 to 3.
Oh, okay. So our workshop is 2 to 3 on Monday. Don't miss it. Get there a little early to reserve your space. And we are going to learn how to make tassels and pom-poms. And we're going to learn how to make these knots. So I wanted to give you a little sneak peek. This is something I was working on yesterday, and we're going to teach you how to do that. And you're going to get a little kit. So you're going to get a kit in of different yarns in your kit. But let me show you how to make a knot. You want to see that?
Yeah,
Veronica, you want to see how to make a knot?
and so we can be doing this at Texworld this time around?
Yes, this workshop is 2 to 3 on Monday. 2 to 3.
On Monday. Schedule it in your calendar. Wow. Oh my gosh. And I love it. I would love to make the trims at Texworld and just like customize my own stuff, you know? And
I'm going to make you do that.
Put it on some more shirts, put it on my pillows at home, on my couch, everything. Everywhere is trims.
It's going to be trim. We call that trim alchemy, is really the art of customization, taking something ordinary to extraordinary using trimming. So we say hashtag trim alchemy. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to make a knot for you. You want to close in, Sarah?
Let's see the knot.
So this is, I really like this kind of cording because it's not so traditional and twisted. You know, I think it's really pretty and more modern. It's woven on a braiding machine. And then to make this knot, this is called a Turk's head knot. And it's been done since the 16th century. So I'm going to make you all historians here. So you're going to take your cord. I'm going to do it kind of quickly. You're going to have to come to my seminar to see how to do it. But you kind of do a bow like this. You come under the tail. And when I was working at the factory in New York City, we would make these by the hundreds. The old Italian ladies, I would sit with them and speak Italian. And we were making these for Donna Karan and Ralph Lauren. I mean, everybody was using these in the early, like late 80s, early 90s. So this is basically a pretzel. That's what I'm going to teach you to do. And then to make the knot, you just keep on tightening it. We're going to have so much fun making tassels and pom-poms. And I want to show you my new fun tool to make a pom-pom. So then you just tighten it. And these women could do these so fast, it would make your head spin. So you just keep tightening it till you get, and this could be a button, it could be for a closure, you know, for a frog. And what you want to make sure you do is have it nice and square there. So then here, did you see that? Okay.
Yeah, you made it look too easy.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you. You're going to know how to do it. So here, I'm not going to waste your time here, but we tie it and then we put in the tails. And then in essence, this is the same thing as this. This is just 2 layers, you know, as this. So we're going to play around with knot making. That's beautiful.
I love that.
The other thing we're going to play around with is have you ever heard of the loom?
Yes, of course.
So this is the loom tool, and I'm meeting with them on Thursday. She's going to supply us with all these tools, you know, at our table. So we're going to make pom-poms.
Wait, for the people who are watching who don't know what a loom is, Jana, can you explain what it is and how you're using it for your trims?
Yes. So this is a way that you can really do one-off. So this isn't really a mode of production unless you're just doing you know, a dozen or a couple dozen, and if you're doing your sample making. So in the world of manufacturing, it would really be done with handwork, and you would walk warps from one side of the factory to the other, but this is really more of a personal tool. So this loom tool, this can make tassels, it can make pom-poms, and they have amazing videos. But I'm going to use it for us is we're going to make some simple pom-poms. And in order to do that, you what you want to do is you're going to wrap. And we usually wrap about 100 times. But you're going to wrap, 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 wrap. We need our little bowl to... this takes a lot of yarn.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We're going to wrap so much, but it's a fabulous tool. It does all kinds of things. They have amazing tutorials on YouTube. Again, I'm going to just do a little sneak peek. I mean, that's an easy thing to do, and I'm going to teach you how to slay it. So we're going to make these pom-poms from... Anyway, this will take me... I don't know. I'm too rushed to do it like super neatly, and I want to give them the credit.
Basically, what are you going to... You could just kind of go over the steps of what you're going to do and how it's going to look like.
Oh yeah, so you wrap it and then you tie it and then you do the cutting. You have to make sure that it's the proper. A lot of it is like cooking. I say if you have really good ingredients, then it's going to come out really beautiful. So I'm going to give you some really beautiful yarns to work with, and then you'll be able to figure out on your own once you have these kits how to, wrap, and you'll have the technique for a roll knot. So we're going to be teaching you all that.
So when people come up to your station, they will leave with trimmings of their own designs and pillows of their creations?
Well, no, they're just going to leave with trimmings. If you want a pillow, you're going to have to Instagram yourself at the Trim Activation and hashtag it Trim Alchemy, and we're going to pick a winner through Texworld. So
okay, cool.
You'll see all that. But this is, look at this. This is that technique on a large scale that would go on a pillow.
That's beautiful.
And smaller scale goes on. I love how
dramatic
Decor.
that is and like over the top. I can imagine that on pillows.
So with any, it depends on scale. It has a lot of different application. I was going to show you.
Even on a purse, like hanging off.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, let's show this. Come here, 1 second.
Kind of like you could like put it as a pom-pom or like just on a trim of like the bottom of the purse or the flap.
Oh yeah. So
that.
We do a lot of that, of putting appliques. There we go. We do a lot of applique work.
That's gorgeous.
This
wow.
I love. This is a really
very
cool.
forward.
Let me take this off. This is a tassel fob for your handbag.
Oh, look at that! I love that. That's gorgeous. That's really definitely
great.
Making a statement.
And then we have, let's see, I have some tassels. So I do a lot of kind of searching in vintage, and I love vintage stuff.
Little Betty Bootkiss says, oh my God, so gorge, need.
You need this in your life. Good. So these are actually available on my website, but these are some beautiful tassels. And you can see it, I put it on my necklace too. I put a tassel on everything. Hashtag tassel that.
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Yeah. So you can take these tassels and really put it on anything. You bring it through. And it really, makes it. And you do it in multiples too. I think it looks really great. So that's all for your pocketbook. And I want to show you this new tassel that, let's see. Let me see that.
That is
Isn't that
gorgeous.
Pretty?
Oh my gosh. I love that. You really can see that happening right now. So trending.
Yep.
And the color combo, everything.
Veronica, what color do you like? I'm gonna bring one to the show for you.
Thank you.
I love
purple. I love purple.
All right, we'll do some of the pinks and the purple tones. And then I wanted to show you this other style, which is a 3-tier tassel. Frankie, did we put that up over here? Oh, it's here. Okay, good. Oh, great. So these are a couple others that are tiered, right? You see them in smaller scale jewelry, but these are some that are a little bit larger scale.
That's really nice as well. I love the layering. I love the layering of that, those pieces.
Yeah, I like the ombre. I like from the light to the dark. And we're working on a couple projects now that will be, you'll hear more about. That's with some big players.
And so what is your favorite trim in your studio at the moment? Or can you not show us yet?
Oh, I can show you. You know
Okay,
what?
great.
I have to say, I love Fringe.
Everything.
I love Fringe because I
You're
think
the trim
Fringe
queen.
Fringe can go, you know what I like about Fringe? And we did on Texworld Times, we did a blog post. And oh my gosh, actually on Tuesday, I'm going to lead a hidden gems tour. So you can see, and I'm going to be on that tour. Let's see, it's at Tuesday from 3 to 4, and I'm going to lead a group of people to my favorite places on the floor. So I'm going to hunt out on Monday. I'm going to see who has an amazing soutache, who has the best fringe, and I'm going to take you to, because sometimes you don't always know when you see from the outside, you know,
Yeah.
it could look really boring, but man, there are gems to be found at this show, and I'm going to find them. But anyway, back to my favorite. I love Fringe because Fringe can go very bohemian or it can go really elegant. Like if you look at what Gucci's doing and what Balmain is doing, you know, their fringes can go anyway. And you can even see in the personality of the fringe of what we made for the Fringe Wall, right? You know, something can go more elegant.
I think that's one of my favorites. These trims right here, the mixing and matching of color and weight and material.
And then you have, you know, these brush fringes too that are more, if you look over here, you know, go a little more traditional. You know, look how beautiful that is and how it frames that piece.
Really beautiful. So what's your favorite?
Oh, I love the fringe. I'm in love right now. You know what? I'm always in love with the latest thing that we've done. You know, it's like something and you love it, and then like something new comes.
I mean, I feel
think this is really,
my
I love
answer
this.
too.
I think this
is
is
the
my
latest thing that's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this. Oh, I want to do so many things. I'm going to make a skirt out of it. I'm going to put it on a pillow. I'm going to add it to my belt. You know, I'm going to do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea too. A belt. That's really interesting.
Oh, I wanted to show you too with our denim, the couple other things that we did, which are, you know, how putting a stripe down the side of the denim is such a big thing. So we use sequins here. This, you know, just, oh, it's so hilarious when I wear these. These, you know, we put pom-poms down the side and at the pocket. Super fun. And then I love this.
I love how you're translating into fashion.
This is this is silk vintage French ribbon. So this is really expensive, but we fringe the hem of the jeans. And look at that color. That's one of my favorites, Veronica. This is like, I just want to sleep with this trim. It's so fabulous. I love that trim. Oh, and then these are, have you seen these with the peacock? So this is our peacock flue. It's a type of feather. And then we did the cuffs. You see that, how we turned up the cuffs?
I got a call.
And then added that. There we go. So that's all the stuff we do. And then I'm going to, for the show, I have, you know, I always got to do something new for the show.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I got you.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay.
No, you got to flip it.
Hello?
Veronica, I can hear you. You got to flip it.
Can you see me?
Yeah. I can see you.
I can't see myself, but that's totally fine. As long as you guys can see me. That's it. That's all that matters.
Mamma mia. So the other thing I wanted to I always like to have something new that we're working on. So I think I'm going to layer. You know, I'm going to do some layering of fringe on this piece. I think that'll be really fun. So I'll do something with that. You'll see those. And then oh, there was another dress. Okay, I'm going to have a new dress too. You'll see that. You'll see that.
Oh, I love the shoes. I'm sorry, it was a little frozen. I love those shoes.
Wow. Yeah.
The sandals.
Yeah, so that's you know, something that anybody can do. You pick up something. You know what it was is that I saw some that I loved, but they were like Aquazura and they were like $700, and I got to send the kids to camp this summer. Like, you know, I don't have just that kind of crazy money, so I can do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. You know,
and I think that's what, you know, as the fashionistas come to Texworld, they should maybe bring like a piece of clothing or an accessory with them that they know that they want to make a trim for. So during your workshop, they can make a trim and they can instantly add it to one of their garments or accessories or something like that.
That's what it's about. And then hopefully, you know, people in the industry, they're going to blow that out into, you know, we're going to see it in shops, and it's just another layer of creativity. So it's really, you know, creativity for self-expression. And hopefully I give you the tools to do that. Yeah.
Definitely have. And so, anyone who's in the chat, if they have any questions for Jana, please write it in. I will read it and ask her. And go on.
Veronica, I have a question for you. What, so are you going to be on the show floor? Are you doing, like, what are you going to do there? Are you going to do some lives? You know, I can't wait to meet you in person.
Exploring the floor. I'm going to be going to all the attendees and watching what they're doing, what they're showcasing. I'm going to stop at the tech talks, the seminars. I'm also going to go and do the workshops and give a virtual tour of what's going on at Texworld USA. So yeah, just kind of
awesome.
The whole scoop of what's going on in every sort of angle that we have. I'm also going to talk to people attending and the exhibitors, everyone there. It's a whole big conversation.
Okay, well, I'm going to come out. I'm going to find you, and we're going to have a hug and a high five for getting through our technical difficulties.
And a conversation about fitness.
I love it. So if we have any questions, if not, I've got to get to work. I've got to finish our fringe wall. We have, you know, 3 more feet to make here.
Yeah, so I definitely have gotten so much information during this live. And I just want to ask another question before we hop off.
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite things last year that you experienced, or what you think that you did?
Yeah, so I think last year I was introduced to Mint Moda, and I went to her presentation, and that was really like, Sharon had like a haiku and
watching. Who is Mint Moda and what does she do?
So Mint Moda is a trend company, and so it's trend forecasting. So they really say what's coming, you know, what's coming next. And what they put together was so thoughtful. It made so much sense. They had street style, but not only that, she had a whole part on embellishment for each trend. And it was almost like cultural anthropology. Like it just, you know, when you have a teacher and it like their lens just puts everything into focus for you. And that was one of the favorite things that I saw. I also love some of the exhibitors. I saw some new things that I'd never seen before. I looked at fabric and pattern and color. And so it really informed my work, you know, for the next 6 months and some of the projects I was working on. So I would say Mint Moda was a highlight. The trend area was fabulous.
Yes, so, I agree.
Yeah, that was amazing. Because then I went there first so I could get a preview and see where I wanted to go, you know, kind of spend my time. So I'd say between the seminars and the trend area, and then I explored the floor from there. And you know, you can't really do it in one day. You really need, you know, a good 2 days to do it.
Full couple of days. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's just so much in store for everybody. So if anyone wants to ask any questions, just let us know. But if not, we are so excited. Thank you so much, Jana, for going through your studio and giving us a sneak peek of what we're going to experience at Texworld Summer Edition this year. And it was incredible. I am so excited to do your workshops hands-on and really touch the trims and make my own design. I may bring one of my purses that we can, you know, add some to. I'm going to have a trim party at Texworld USA.
I love it. Veronica, I can't thank you enough. Thanks for hanging in on the technical stuff. And y'all, if you see me walking, you'll probably recognize me walking the show. I'll be wearing trims, of course. So do say hello and, you know, follow me on Trim Queen and we'll be fringe friends.
Okay, sounds good. And everyone on the live, just make sure to continue seeing our latest updates on what's going on at Texworld this summer. Also, make sure you register on our bio, Texworld USA. And there's definitely so many more things. We're going to have trim activation area. We're going to have latest workshops. We're going to have a screening of River Blue. Follow along out. Can't wait to see you guys there.
Thanks, Veronica. Have a great day, everybody. See you there.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, Fringe friends.
Bye, Fringe friends. Bye-bye.